What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Here we are in the office of the Justice Minister once again, where Lin is there, Cabanella is there, and Joud is there. All three. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution tonight. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Special K. What? Special K? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be! And by the way, Special K told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Special K herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Special K won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true, what Special K said? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camila. Oh, God, I did it again. Special K. I'm not saying her name. Just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Special K told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to. Made an impossible move. An impossible move. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's right, even convinced everyone. Even me. But tonight you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody... Oh, yes. The kidnappers who abducted Special K knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Joud. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Special K was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Special K. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. come to think of it... There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. What the heck was that? My video just like freaked out there for a second and my DS got disconnected. That scared the crap out of me. Okay. Well, let's continue. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. But one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. You mean... And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box. I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Well, that's all that points. Detective Zhao, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time. Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Zhao, and of course, little Special K didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Special K's sake. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Zhao. Lin, where is that music box now? In Temsic Park. Special K left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Ooh, a new song. Yes, sir. Sissel, take care of Detective Zhao. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the Minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. He's not gonna chase her down? What's going on? Deal be the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you, with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Special K, in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see. In more ways than one. I'm so sorry, I don't know what's going on with my capture card. It keeps freaking out. It's kind of terrifying. I don't really know what I can do about it. I'm trying to, unplugging it, plugging it back in. But, it seems stable enough for now, so I'm gonna keep going, and hopefully it'll be alright. Because if this does break, it's really hard to troubleshoot this thing. Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands! Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. What a dick. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me. And especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Damn, some smooth moves. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Zhao all fired up now. But I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lin does come through with the proof of Zhao's innocence, it will be meaningless if Zhao or Special K dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should have... most likely the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we can prove that to the minister. I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right. But a telephone works in both directions. What I'm saying is, only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost. Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change the situation. For these past 5 years, Special K is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter, but is there a way? Well, gotta get to the phone for one thing. Let's try dialing and see where we can go. Let's see, I think this was the original place. Yeah, Lady Red, that's it. And then she... This could get tricky. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. The last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Zhao's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Chapter 13. It's almost the next day. Well, it is technically the next day, but it's almost morning. Not really, actually, it's morning's kind of far. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to... I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I got so excited. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter, but that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. I hate you! It looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Well, I can't talk to her. Oh dear! Is this really all I have to do? No way. No way. She's gonna see it. Damn her. What a terrible woman. She's so slow. She could have called by now. I told you, go tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's Justice Minister. All you do is write weird novels. Was that your stomach? What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage? Disparage? Disparage. Disparage. Yes. My romantic expressions. Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? What the hell am I supposed to do now? I was really hoping that'd be it. Oh. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you. So you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. Hey, Jeff! I can hear you, you know. Well, yeah, she's screaming it to you. Of course you hear it, stupid. Whew, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady, so Amelie can call. I better not put out this lamp right now. It will only pour oil and on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Yeah, that much is obvious. Well, there's a rat. There's a valve. Honestly, there's a lot of things I can do. So for one thing, this is as far as I can go. So let's see what I can do from here. So let's try opening this thing and see what that does. There's an electric wire over there. What does that do, though? I don't see it doing anything. Okay, I'll assume it hasn't done anything. So for now, make chime. Swing harder. There's a lot of things I can do here. Wastebasket, lighter. Interesting. Alright, alright. Let's see. Let's go back to where the rat is. Try and open this thing. Oops. And then swing this harder. And then chime. Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? What are you doing? What are you doing? So that's what... Okay. Should I have done the chime first? How did I do that wrong? She's more powerful than I thought. Oh, it looks like she tipped the wall candelabra. Oh, it's been a while since I've said this word. Candelabra? Candelabra. Candelabra? I think it's candelabra. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Wow, that's a word you don't get to say often, but it is a fun one. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've something very similar to that quite recently. Yes. Yes, you have to light it. Just gotta figure out how now. Let's see. For one thing, I can get this mouse back off of this. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. And now, because it's been 20 minutes, I shall end this video here. So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!